Hey, you got a minute? Today we're going to talk about the Boston Massacre. In 1768, the city of Boston, Massachusetts was a bunch of troublemakers. They were very upset with the tyrannical leadership of King George. So British soldiers, were sent to the town of Boston to try to help keep the peace and keep everybody in line. Now, the Bostonians would make fun of the British soldiers, calling them lobster backs, calling them bloody backs, referencing the red coat that they wore to show they were in the British Army. Sam Adams even taught his dog how to nip at the soldiers' heels just to torment him. But throughout all of this issues with the Bostonians, the British soldiers remained peaceful. Now, on March 5th, 1770, Bostonians were out in the street hurling insults at the British soldiers. They were also hurling ice balls and rocks, yet still the soldiers remained peaceful. At some point, a soldier was knocked down to the ground, and in a panic, the other soldiers fired, killing 5 Bostonians. One of them, a large black man by the name of Christus Atticus, was considered the first casualty of the Revolutionary War, even though it hadn't officially started yet. Now, Sam Adams thought this was a great opportunity, so him and his friend Paul Revere used this incident and called it the Massacre at Boston and published it in the newspapers. And the picture accompanying the caption showed peaceful protesters being fired on by British soldiers, completely innocent. Now, that's not exactly what happened, but it did do what they asked, and it raised a lot of anti-British attitudes among the colonists. Now, Sam Adams, his cousin John Adams, was also a very strong patriot, but he also believed that everybody should have their day in court, and he decided to represent the soldiers in their court trial, even though he knew it would cost him friends. At the end of the day, they pleaded self-defense, and 6 of those soldiers were found not guilty of murder, and 2 of them were charged with manslaughter, which means causing death without meaning to. And that's the Boston Massacre. Oh, time's up. We'll see you next time when you've got a minute.